333 years of Spanish whip, 48 of Star-Spangled Takeover, 3 of Japanese bayonet, and 40 minutes of traffic on Edisa. Yet Filipinos still walk out the door smiling, singing, and sending money home. That's not just talent, that's firmware. It's a deep-seated operating system, forged in the crucible of history and honed by everyday life. Stick around, because today we're reverse engineering why Filipino icons, from the national hero Jose Rizal to the global sensation SB19, are simply built different. We're going to peel back the layers and discover the unique code that makes them resonate so profoundly, both at home and across the globe. Filipino icons start as underdogs. Full stop. Take Jose Rizal. He was a 5'2", brown-skinned third-class passenger who got tossed off a Spanish sidewalk for being an Indio. Did he sulk? Nope. He weaponized Spanish verse so well, crafting narratives like Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, that these powerful novels exposed the brutal truths of colonial rule. His words were so potent, so incendiary, that the colonizers executed him for them. The twist? His death didn't silence the movement, it became the country's ultimate power-up, igniting the revolution he'd inadvertently prophesied. Gabriela Silang saw the same playbook. Her husband murdered, his rebellion fizzling. So she grabbed a bolo, hopped on horseback, and became the first female army general in Asia, leading a fierce resistance against overwhelming odds. Then there's Tandang Sora, Melchora Aquino, the mother of the Philippine Revolution. At 84, she sold her herd, brewed chocolate for wounded Katipuneros, and bankrolled the revolution with her life savings. 3 different centuries, same recipe. Take trauma, convert to rocket fuel. Struggle isn't a setback. It's the tutorial level, the crucible where the most resilient Pinoy firmware is forged. It's a foundational principle. Adversity isn't just overcome, it's transformed into an advantage. Anthropologists call it shared identity. Jeepney drivers call it makikisabe po, a polite request to share space, to ride along. But kapwa is so much more than just sharing a ride. It means the other is also me. It's a profound sense of interconnectedness. It's why Leah Salonga didn't just win a Tony. She turned every curtain call into a karaoke room of 110 million relatives, each one feeling her triumph as their own. Her success wasn't just personal. It was a collective victory, a point of pride for an entire nation. It's why Manny Pacquiao's knockout rounds still empty Philippine streets. No traffic cop needed, just one guy on a 19-inch TV and an entire nation yelling "Puso." In sync, their hearts beating as one. Kapwa flips individual fame into family membership. Western celebrities have fans. Filipino icons have cousins. Lots of them, all invested in their journey. That relational coding is why you'll never meet a Pinoy who says, "I made it alone." They'll name the aunt who mailed a care package, the neighbor who lent a karaoke mic, the teacher who traded lunch for better grades. Icons scale because the village is pre-installed in their operating system, providing an unbreakable support network that pushes them forward. This collective spirit isn't just about celebrating success, it's about lifting each other up from the very beginning. Spain gave us the Virgin Mary. We turned her into the brown sword-wielding Darna, a uniquely Filipino superheroine who embodies strength, grace, and an unwavering commitment to justice. America gave us Captain America. We gave him a Sinalus-wearing sidekick named Captain Barbell, who lifts junk shop weights, injecting humor and local grit into the classic hero archetype. Japan gave us anime eyes. We produced Tracy's Alexandra, a war paint-wearing detective who speaks Taglish and eats Isaw, seamlessly blending ancient Filipino folklore with modern urban fantasy. The secret? Every foreign frame gets run through a Filipino filter. Add humor, add family, add extra rice. The result is a global shape with a local soul. SB19 trained in K-pop boot camps, mastering the rigorous demands of the genre, but their breakthrough hit Alab mixes traditional Samayon folk claps with cutting-edge trap beats. It sounds fresh to soul, yet feels like home in Cebu. That's cultural alchemy, not mimicry. Colonialism tried to erase identity. Filipinos hit reply all and CC'd the entire barangay, reclaiming and reinterpreting every influence to create something distinctively their own. It's a testament to our ability to absorb, adapt, and innovate. turning external forces into new forms of self-expression. 10% of the country doesn't live in the country, yet they still control the cultural thermostat. These overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, aren't just sending remittances. They're micro-embassies, exporting feels and cultural trends. Maria in Dubai remits cash, yes, but she also shares the latest TikTok dance trends. Kuya in Canada streams Jollibee mukbangs while shoveling snow. And suddenly #ChickenJoy is trending in Manitoba. They're not just workers, they're cultural ambassadors, spreading Filipino food, music, language, and humor across continents. When Hidalyn Diaz won Olympic gold in Tokyo, Filipinos in 24 time zones lit up group chats, sent Gcash tips to her parents, and turned a weightlifting snatch into a worldwide fiesta. It wasn't just a personal victory, it was a global family celebration, amplified by the vast network of OFWs. Icons need carriers. OFWs are the 5G network, ensuring that Filipino triumphs and cultural touchstones resonate everywhere, connecting the diaspora and projecting Filipino identity onto the global stage. Their collective presence and influence ensure that Filipino culture remains vibrant and dynamic, constantly evolving and reaching new audiences. Yes, Pinoys are sometimes accused of crab mentality, pulling each other down, but they also build elevators. The same tita who'll gossip about your failures might also slip you a 500 peso bill for load, or quietly recommend you for a job. This duality, this complex social dynamic, keeps icons humble. Ever notice how every Pacquiao victory interview thanks the opponent God and the entire barangay? That humility isn't just good branding, it's survival. The moment you believe your own hype, the elevator turns back into a pot, and you risk losing the very community that lifted you up. So icons stay grounded, literally. Most still fly economy, still eat Mang Tomas sarsa on the side, still call their mother Nane. They remember where they came from, and they never forget the people who supported them. Authenticity is the antivirus against cancel culture, a shield forged from genuine connection and a deep understanding that true greatness is shared, not hoarded. This innate humility ensures that while they reach for the stars, their feet remain firmly planted on Filipino soil. Social media removed the gatekeepers. Before, you needed a record label in LA or a big studio contract. Now you just need 4G in Laguna. Belle Mariano shot a 15-second self-tape on her mom's phone, landed "He's Into Her," and single-handedly rebooted the entire rom-com genre, captivating a new generation with her relatable charm. Bretman Rock, live-streaming makeup tutorials from Hawaii with barking dogs in the background, became MTV's reality king, a global sensation who never lost his authentic Pinoy humor and flair. The playbook? Micro-storytelling plus maximum relatability. Filipinos scroll past perfection. We double-tap reality, especially if it comes with a halo filter and a good laugh. Algorithms love frequency, and no one churns out daily content like a bored Pinoy with a data promo and a cousin who can edit. This digital fluency and innate storytelling ability mean that new icons are emerging faster than ever, connecting directly with audiences and building communities without needing traditional intermediaries. It's a new era where genuine connection and raw talent can bypass old structures and find a global audience. Ask a Filipino kid to name a hero, they'll often say, "My mom in Hong Kong." Ask a Lola, she'll point to the Sari Sari store owner who lets the neighborhood owe 200 pesos during typhoon season, understanding the struggles of her community. Icons aren't limited to arenas or concert halls. They're embedded in karaoke bars, balikbayan boxes, and 24-hour McDo shifts. That's the final hack. The culture democratizes greatness. You don't need a statue to be an icon. You need consistency, kindness, and dedication. Drive a jeepney for 30 years without overcharging, ensuring your passengers get home safely. Congrats, icon status. Teach toddlers their ABCs while waiting tables in Rome, embodying resilience and hope. Yup, icon. When everyone can be one. When greatness is recognized in the everyday acts of sacrifice and service, the supply chain of inspiration never breaks. It creates a society where heroism isn't an unattainable ideal, but a lived reality, constantly reinforced by the quiet strength of ordinary Filipinos doing extraordinary things. Quick pause. If you've ever waved a flag during a Pacquiao fight night or shared a meme of Darna eating mangin asal, smash like so YouTube knows this cultural firmware deserves the algorithm's front row. Comment the Filipino icon who hit you hardest and why. Let's see whose story gets the most hearts. Your engagement helps us share these incredible stories even further. Latest patch notes. Heidelin Diaz just opened a sports academy in Zamboanga, investing her Olympic legacy back into the community and nurturing the next generation of athletes. Trace Season 2 dropped on Netflix with a Tagalog dub option, a huge win for cultural representation and a testament to the global appeal of Filipino storytelling. And SB19's Gento cracked the Billboard Global 200 with 0 US radio play, proving that authentic Filipino music can transcend borders purely on its own merit and a dedicated fan base. Meanwhile, a Caltech study showed that 41% of healthcare workers in California are Filipino, proving the world secretly runs on adobo-fueled stamina and an unmatched dedication to care. Icons aren't resting on their laurels. They're constantly compiling new code, innovating, giving back, and pushing boundaries while we watch, proving that the Filipino spirit is always evolving and always making an impact. Climate change, AI, inflation, next bosses unlocked. These are daunting challenges, no doubt. But the same traits cycle back. Resilience, kapwa, and that inimitable Filipino humor. Picture this. A Manila rooftop lined with solar panels powering Starlink, while a Lola teaches AI prompt engineering to neighborhood kids using Banana Q as payment. Sounds ridiculous? So did a 5'2" novelist toppling an empire with a book written in a colonial tongue. Filipinos don't just predict the future. We meme it into existence, we adapt, we innovate, and we do it with a smile and a shared meal. Our history has taught us that every obstacle is just another opportunity to remix, to adapt, and to emerge stronger. The firmware is robust, designed for continuous updates and unexpected challenges, ensuring that Filipino ingenuity will always find a way forward, no matter what the future holds. Subscribe if you want more cultural deep dives minus the colonial hangover. Share this with that Tita who still thinks Lea Salonga only sings Disney. And tell us in the comments which modern icon we should decode next. Maybe TikTok's Niana Guerrero or the first Pinoy astronaut once SpaceX hires one. Hit the bell so you don't miss when we drop why Filipino parties are actually networking masterclasses. Maraming salamat, kapwa. Stay geezing, stay good looking, and keep that firmware updated.